Good morning. Heading off to the gym. It's my day off. I'm up early. It's freezing. Not just freezing, but freezing. I received a comment last night, and I wanted to thank all of you guys for commenting and watching and stopping by, whether you subscribe or not. I appreciate your time, and I think the comment really was positive. It was constructive criticism, and I wanted to talk kind of elaborate a little bit more about it. If you don't mind the camera shaking just a little bit, sorry about that, guys. So I basically, the gentleman said you made a good point, except it probably came off a little bit better if you didn't cuss. To answer that, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I wanted to share that with you and talk a little bit more about that, with a couple different other things added on. First of all, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That was it was nice of you to, first of all, to comment and to agree, and then also give me some good positive feedback. Thank you. It means a lot to me. And I look at it as positive because you can always turn something into a positive. You can go two directions with anything. You can take a positive into a negative, or you can take a negative into a positive, or you can look at it in a more bigger picture and say, look at this is where there's actually something that can be redirected or corrected, and we can take it into a brighter light. And that's with anything in life. And then moving along with my cussing, I'm definitely not trying to give an excuse, but if I could for just a second, to get a little bit deeper understanding of me, if you could allow me. I'm a cusser, and I'm not trying to say that like that's just the way it is going to be. No, that actually does need to change. I don't like the fact that I do cuss. I never liked the fact that I do cuss. And when I say, when my daughter first came into this world, and I was raising her for the first 5 years of her life, I did not cuss. Almost never. I would say 99% of the time I did not cuss. And I really watched myself. And I never really found myself to really want to be passionate enough or angry enough to cuss around, because I just wasn't angry. She made my whole world so bright and happy and loving. Then cussing came back again into my natural vocabulary of who I am. After my divorce, there was so much anger and bitterness there. Oh, and then just to elaborate on part of the comment, he said, "No, I'm actually not hurting. When I was making the video at the time, I'm being passionate, but it doesn't come from a place of hurting, because the place of hurting that was me is far past. I relive those moments in discussion with others. I actually just got off the phone with somebody. I was really deep conversation. We were on the phone for an hour and 50 minutes. And I was on the phone with somebody, and he's going through an extremely difficult time. Found out the girl was pregnant, and suddenly she cut him off. And he's like trying, and she's like, nope, let's just talk about child support. And, it was like from being in love, them going dancing, having holiday parties, and then the next day she found out she was pregnant, and within 24 hours, conversation of child support and complete cutting off of communication with this guy. And he's like, and just left out in the cold mentally. I was talking to him. I love him. I feel for him as I would do for all of you. So I'm talking to this guy, and wow, you can just imagine it. I was feeling it, and I was like, gosh, are you serious? And so it prompted me to want to make this video. I made that video about, stop testing men, because all these things that he was saying was like, wow, she's just putting him through this test after test after test. And then made me want to make that video. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck you for making, for testing men. I was like, come on, man. Like, you know, but it wasn't coming from a place of hurting me, my hurt. Because I'll be honest with you guys, if you look way back in these videos, you know when I'm hurting. I'll tell you when I'm hurting. I'm not coming from a place of hurting. When I was doing that video, I was coming from a place of probably deeper understanding for the gentleman's, for the man's pain. But I myself am not hurting, at least at the moment. But when I am, oh, you'll know about it. I'll be on here crying, and I'll tell you I'm hurting. That's the way this channel has been. I'm open and honest. Anyways, so I unfortunately I feel as though, and I shouldn't say this because your words have power, but I almost feel as though cussing is almost like it's from birth. It's a natural upbringing, and I want to change it. I have to change it. I would like to change it. And yes, especially when speaking out to others, I feel as though cussing should be it should be a little bit more managed better, and maybe communicated a little bit differently without those words. I understand that. I wanted to share a little bit about it. Here's where I don't want to give you an excuse, but if I can give you a little bit of excuse. I grew up, I've seen my brother stabbed, my mom doing drugs and getting brutally beaten every day, my uncles and aunts shooting up heroin, doing coke, smoking, drinking, on a consistent basis, 24 hours around the clock, constant drugs and violence, people coming over, getting jumped and beaten, left for dead in the backyard, and just, you know, just kind of like a lot of violence. I've seen a lot of robberies that my family did, you know, a lot of my brother in and out of prison, 13 years upstate prison penitentiary, San Quentin, in and out, not 13 years straight, but in and out. I've seen consistent violence and cussing from day one, from my day one of birth. And so I've seen guys' teeth knocked out with bats right at my front door. You know, I've seen my brother jumped, but my brother turned that shit around real fucking fast, many a times. And yeah, I come from a place where, you know, mom was like stirring the salad and a little bit of salad dressing maybe jumped out of the bowl. Fuck. And almost in a way of like almost like a Tourette's type of type of thing, you know. I've seen my mom, you know, at the sink, you know, doing something, washing her hands or washing her face in the bathroom, and just random fuck, shit, or dropping spilling a little bit of a drink, fuck, shit, everything was fuck, shit, damn it, fucking, oh fucking goddamn, everything, ironing, conversations on the phone, going to the bathroom, washing the dishes, everything was a fuck and shit. Okay? So I grew up that way, and it's bad, but I'm saying is that was part of my daily learning of vocabulary from day one. Cussing, violence, anger, and all that other stuff. And I know from day one Like, this is all wrong. My entire upbringing, this is all wrong. I don't want to be a violent person. I don't believe putting that in your arm and falling out and these bodies going gyrations all over the floor, or getting beaten and saying these words that my teacher said these are bad words to say. You do not say these words. But my whole family, I come home and it's all said all day long, like second nature. You got to kind of, if you could just give me just an inch of understanding, an inch of an excuse, try to recognize that just a little bit there, if you could. So with that said, it's wrong. Cussing is wrong, right? I don't want to do it, don't want to say it, don't want to be it. It's all wrong, all in every avenue. It's all wrong. We're here at the gym, boys. We're here at the gym. Heaven. We're here at church. We're here at prayer. We're here where self-actualization and revelations happen under heavy, heavy ass weight. I'm just kidding. I love you guys so much. So thank you, whoever you are, for commenting and telling me. Good point, young man, but it would have cut him off better if you had communicated it with a little bit more respect behind your character. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm going to go in here and think about that. And I love you guys. Because you grow up in a certain area or a certain space of life, or maybe a certain way, it should not define who you are. It's always even if you take a lifetime of trying to correct things about you, correct your ways, your bad habits, maybe you learned all your life to cuss, but you know it's wrong. Continue to work at it. It's the journey of trying to be better which creates, I think, some of the best people on earth. And if you come from a place of violence, toxic behavior, thinking, character, if you come from those places, work on yourself, work on your words, work on your character, work on your thoughts. I would tell you, if I could really just grab a target and just really focus at exactly what it is that you can fix a lot of these flaws, I would say it would be your thoughts and your words. See, the devil can infiltrate your thoughts and your mind. We can easily go from blessings and gratitude to anger and fucking hate, like, really fast. And you got to train, what is that's flipping that switch to anger and hate. Slow down. Don't be angry. Calm. Be at peace. Talk to that part of you. Bring that down. Redirect and recorrect the thought patterns into a better version of you. And then your words, when it comes to, like, for example, myself, cussing, put me first. I'll fall on the sword first. Cussing. Your words have power, and they manifest your life. And as a perfect example, when I said that one time, when I said I told you guys this many a times. I've said this to you. You guys know this. I've said this to you many times. I was directly after my divorce, and my wife is keeping me from my daughter for that whole year. I could not see my daughter, and legally I was allowed to, and she was not letting me, and the police were not helping me, lawyers were not helping me, nobody was helping me, and they didn't give a fuck. But if I did that, I would have been in jail like that. And that was so painful to be missing my daughter. And I remember saying, God, I just wish I was dead. I just wish I was dead. Fuck, I'd just rather die. This pain's hurt so much. And guess what? My words held power, and I died. I'll never forget that. I spoke my death into reality. So yeah, I'm a firm believer, and you are right. Your words have power. Speak with life, speak with confidence, speak life into yourself. Speak words of gratitude. Open up that universe. And speak of brighter days. Retrain your thoughts. Life is not over because you're missing your kids. You just started this process of divorce, and you just started this process of separation. Life is not over. Life is not over. Let me tell you again, life is not over. And it's been a year, maybe 2 years, or maybe it's been 1 or 2 days, or 1 or 2 months. Life is not over. It's just beginning. I love you. Stay strong and speak life into you. Thank you for watching and commenting. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.